Okay, guys, we'll get started today with kicker Jordan. Jesus, I'm texting. With Will Reichard. I apologize. Texting Jordan because he's not here yet. Go ahead. We'll start with Charlie.
Hey, Will, just what's it like having all the specialists back, whether it's punter, holder, snapper, everybody's back from last year?
I think it's awesome. I think over the off season we were allowed to grow together and continue to work on our chemistry, and I think we've improved a lot as far as like operation and just punting and kicking in general, just because we've been allowed to be around each other and build a greater bond. So I think it's been really cool, and I'm really excited for the season.
Stay here with Tony.
James said he taught y'all how to camp in the outback. What is that about? And then how much progression have you seen from him as a punter?
He's just kind of a joke because he's from Australia, and actually when he first came over here, he didn't really know what outback was, so it's just kind of a joke. But I think he's done really well. I think he's primed for a breakout year. I think he's going to do outstanding this year. I've seen him work this off season. Just it's kind of hard for guys like that to come over and play in the first football game only a month after they've been here. So I think that was kind of hard on him, but I think he's made a lot of progress and he's going to do really well this year.
The left side of Michael. How do you track progress and improvement as a kicker year over year?
For me, I'll take videos of like my form, as far as like form wise, take a lot of videos on that, and you can kind of see like, over the years, like how your form has gotten better and what you need to improve on. And then as far as just like making kicks, we do a lot of charting, so we'll go out, hit 15 balls, and put where it went through in the uprights, and you can kind of tell, if you're making your kicks, are they going more towards the left of the uprights, more to the right? So we kind of study those things as well.
Over here with Charlie.
Asked you about Coach Hutzler in the spring, but now you've had more time with him. I think Coach Saban recently said that he really likes his enthusiasm. What's been like working with him?
He's been awesome. Like he just said, he brings a lot of energy to the room. Not with us as well, but also with just all the special teams units. Like in our meetings and stuff, very enthusiastic. Keeps everybody engaged. So I think he's going to be really good for us this year on special teams and as our specialist group as well.
I'm over here with Tony.
You talked about that adjustment with James. Just what are some of the things you guys did to kind of help him kind of get used to being here and get used to playing football and everything? Like, how was that adjustment period this year?
I think number one for him was just like getting used to like people rushing. Like when they play Australian football over there, like it's a lot bigger field, not having like a bunch of real quick guys coming to rush on you. That was one thing I think. And then really just like getting used to, making friendships, being comfortable of just like living here and, going through what we go through as football players, I think was a big adjustment for him. But, he's had a lot of time to get used to it, and I think he's, thriving right now in camp. So.
The left side of Michael. In your time here, what would you say the hardest kick that you've made?
That's a hard question. I mean, I don't really think of it as that. I don't really like go out and say, oh my gosh, this is a hard kick. I kind of just, every kick's the same. You're supposed to kick the same, your kick at 100% every single time. And, if you're kicking an extra point or you're kicking a 55-yarder, it's supposed to be the same exact kick. So, there'll be times when I'll watch film, even on an extra point, and I'll say, hey, that wasn't my best kick, even though it's an extra point that went in, like, still analyzing on what you can do better every single kick, whether it's an extra point or a field goal.
Middle.
There's a video going around on social media about Justin Tucker. Every time he goes up for a kick, he like studies dimples on the ball. That's where he wants to put his foot, and it's very, very technical. But is that something that you're doing, or do you have something just as technical as that when you're kicking?
Kicking's very technical. I think Justin Tucker's one, probably the best kicker of all time. Him and Adam Mitz are right up there, but once you get to that like level of professionalism, you're looking at every single detail that you can to push yourself to be better. So, I don't technically look at the dimples of the ball, but there's definitely a lot of things that I look at to help me get better. So,
On this side with Charlie.
It looked like you went in the barbershop with Michael Phelps when he came to campus. Just what'd you take away from that experience, and what'd you get from the speech he gave to you guys?
I think it was really, really cool. You're talking about someone who's the greatest Olympic athlete ever. I grew up watching the Olympics, grew up watching him compete. Just the competitor that he was relentless. He was going to keep working until he was the best of the best, and he wasn't going to take no for an answer. I think that resonated with me and a lot of my teammates that, you know, although camp is hard and, you know, we go through a lot of hard stuff, if you really want to be the best, you got to keep pushing. You got to, you know, how bad do you really want it? It's kind of what I took from it. So.
Anything else? All right, Will, thanks for your time. We'll be back in a second with Brooke.
Well,